Hey, Nikki here. Whew, I've been having a good day. The last few days has been a good day, but this evening just blew me through a loop. Now, I'm in the process, I know I spoke to you guys about this before, developing my business here, my wholesale resale business, so I can, do some things in Ghana. Now, I mean, I've been getting half truths on information. The more I study and get into things, these people selling people pipe dreams. And you want people to believe the hype of things you're saying. And then when it gets down to it, okay, let me go back. Okay, it's a lot of grants out here. These people hyping it up, tell you can get grants and do this, but they don't tell you how much money you got to spend just to get a grant. And you might get it, then you might not get it, either they want you to sign up for a membership, either they want you to do an application fee. So if I'm doing applying for about five or 10, grants, and if it's $15 fee, I'm out of money. I'm trying to get money to make money. And if you don't have no money, and then my budget is very low because I have a lot of things going on. So where am I supposed to get this money to apply for these grants that I might get and then I might not get? And it's just been so hyped up. You can get a grant, you can get a grant, you can get loans, you can get a line of credit. All this stuff they hyping up, but they don't give you the full back details of everything. You know, a lot of this I already knew, you know what I'm saying, because I've been in business before, I have done business before, and a lot of steps and things you got to take and do. But all this stuff is new stuff, a lot of stuff. Well, everything's about money now. You know what I'm saying? And so they give you crumbs of information so you can buy their things, so they can point you to another direction, but they don't give you full details, you know. That's why it's very important that you do your research. Very important that you do your research, um, because you're going to be investing a lot of your time listening to the hype, but just make sure you do your research and everything. Because I go straight to researching first anyway, but I'm listening to people, and now my ears is getting a semi closed because you're putting people on a witch hunt, of not giving full details, and then you got people hyped up. And well, let me stop. Let me go back because I gotta realize the time that we living in is all about the money. It's all about the money. Even your opinion ain't free no more. I knew it was gonna be hard. I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, but I didn't know it was gonna be so challenging. I'm my mind is thinking one thing, and I know better, and they're teaching me that I know better, showing me that I know better. You can't be listening to all these gurus. You cannot be listening to these people. Not 100%. They give you some good information, but just don't go on what they word of mouth is saying. With everything, check it out for yourself. Because that's what I do every time, all the time. But y'all spinning me through a loop here because I'm trying to understand. If you're giving people and telling these people the information, you need to not leave things out. You know, I guess They used to selling you the pipe dream, selling you the hype, selling you that, and people go for it. But you always, always got to do your research. Always go check things out. And, Google is your friend. Okay? Google is your friend. Put in what you're looking for, and Google will tell you where to go. And then it will tell you everything that you need to know once you go into looking into going into these websites. Google and let them know. Search for things that, that is really free. Search for things. It's not that much because some of it's free in the beginning and like a trial, and then you got to pay. But looking for all these grants and trying to apply for all these grants, there's fees to these grants. Okay? I'm trying to, find me some grants that I ain't got to be paying all these fees because it ain't in my budget to be paying all these fees to be trying to get some money that I might not get. So I guess that's where the money come from. You paying your fees that people get, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's where the money coming from. When you pay these fees and then we don't get this, you know what I'm saying? Then somebody might win that grant, but the fees are paying for it. They getting double money. They getting money from people, donating. Well, let me say triple money. They get money from people donating. They get money from the government. Then they getting funding from you paying these fees, whatever else. I don't know. Look, if you start anything, make sure you have your own money. Okay, have some money saved up, or have you already a line of credit. You might have to use your personal. I'm using some of my personal credit. Um, just be prepared to give up some money to get some money. I know they say you gotta have money to make money, but ooh, I didn't know it was like that out here now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was all of this. I might have to, have some kind of sale or some kind of something. My money getting chopped left and right if I continue this way. Well, it ain't because I'm not gonna be that foolish all the time. I might find one. I found one that if I apply one time, I qualify for all other kind of grants, but I still had to pay that $15 fee for that one. Okay, so do your do your research. Do check out and find, But if you're gonna start a business, go into business these days, have you some money. Have you some money, or have you some money, or have both a job while you trying to do it because you're gonna need money to make the money. But anyway, ooh, I just want to put it out there. Um, I can't help but laugh at it. I can't help but laugh at it, but I'm not gonna stop because my plate is full. I gotta continue. I got things I got to do. Okay. And I'm not gonna spread myself too thin. I'm not gonna do that. Some stuff gonna have to be put on hold. Okay. Until one thing start popping. Okay. So it is what it is. I guess I'll talk to you later.